Yeah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, to the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching the truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, hey, shalom to the elect, right? To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson. And yeah, I was thinking of a lesson and I was trying to think and I couldn't think of a lesson. And man, this this whole thing with the lentils and Esau came into mind. So I was like, hey, I guess I just do a quick lesson on his lentils, right? So, this is supposed to be AI overview, right? And I asked went into Google, asked what can you do with uncooked lentils or undercooked lentils? He says, and it tells you you can use uncooked lentils in many dishes, right? Including soups, right? Stews, right? Salads and sides. Lentil soup, you can make lentil soup with smoked turkey, black lentils, or other ingredients, right? So, not gonna, but that's basically my point right there of the uncooked lentils, right? Yeah, so this is Genesis chapter 25 verse 29, and it says I'm gonna go KJV. I'm gonna do both. I just kind of go back and forth a little bit. Um, this is Genesis 25 and 29. It says, and Jacob sawed, right, or Yaquab sawed pod of a pod, sodded sod porridge, and Esau or Ashashua came from the field, and he was faint, right? So it says, Jacob had cooked red dish brown lentil stew one day. When Esau came from the field, he was and was famished. Huh. Okay. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red porridge." Right? And says, "Please let me eat a a quick swallow of that red stuff there." All right. Hey, that sounds more realistic than most people, like how people would talk, right? Use some of that red stuff there, right? Because I am exhausted and famished. For that reason, Esau was also called Edom, right? Which Idawam, right? Which means red. Because he wanted that red porridge. Idawam, which means red, right? And Jacob answered, "First sell me your birthright, the rights of the firstborn," right? Okay, that's kind of breaking it down to you, right? And Esau looked, "I am about to die. Right? He says, look, I'm about to die. I like that. So Esau said, behold, right, which means to look, right? I'm at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? So, of what? Right? I'm gonna keep going. It says, Genesis 25:33, the Amplified version. It says, and Jacob said, swear an oath, right? Because that's ultimately what that means when you're doing that. You're making a oath to me, to me today, that you are selling it to me for this food. See? To say that he just tricked them and did some heinous act or something. No, he made it clear. You're selling this to me. I'm selling this to you. Right? That that you are selling it, right? Selling your birthright to me for this food. Not nobody else, not nothing, something else, not, you know, not something, you know, over there or maybe tomorrow. was it was the dude from Popeye? If you give me a hamburger today, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. No, hey, none of that is happening. No, he said today. Sell it to me. You're gonna sell me your birthright and swear it to me. And he swore an oath to him and sold him his birthright. Wow. Right? Yeah, so I went and got it in the NLT to see, if it made a little bit of a difference, kind of like word wide, like, see if it gives you some more depth to it. So it says, but Jacob said, first you must swear that your birthright is mine. So Esau swore an oath, right? Same thing, an oath, thereby selling. Oh, and see, that did give you more depth to it, more understanding, because by making the oath, that was the exchange in the sale. He said when he swore an oath, thereby selling his rights as firstborn to his brother Jacob or Yaquab, right? Wow. Insane, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is Genesis 25:31. And it says all right, Jacob replied, right? Because he was saying he wanted some of that soup. Esau said to Jacob, I am starved. Give me some of that red stew. This is how Esau got his other name. Oh, wow. There you go. Other name, Edom. Right? Right? Which that's his descendants are called what? The Edomites, right? Who's ruling the earth right now. Right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man. It's how you got your name, your other name. Esau, Edom. And then his descendants are called what? The Edomites, right? Which means red, right? Idawam, red. It says, all right, Jacob replied, but trade me your rights as firstborn son. Hey, plain and simple. Look, I am dying of starvation. And Esau or yeah, Esau, what good is my birthright to me now? Whoa, right? But Jacob said, first, you must swear that your birthright is mine. So Esau swore an oath by selling all his rights as firstborn to his brother Jacob. Then Jacob gave him some bread and lentil stew. Esau ate the meal, then got up and left. He showed contempt. Right? Oh yeah, he showed contempt for his rights as firstborn. Matter of fact, let's see something else. Say something different. Yeah. So this one, this is Genesis 25 and 34. This one says despise. Right. A little bit different than what the other one said, but you kind of get more of the point. It says, and Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate, drank, and rose and went his way, thus despised his birthright. Wow. Yeah, so it said that Esau felt, well, he basically showed contempt for his his birthright. It says the feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration. So he just gave up the birthright, not considering how important it actually is. You know, considering worthless or discarding, scorn. Right? Scorned it. Yeah, that's because of I believe in the Amplified verse. It just said scorn. Right? Yeah. So this is despise. To feel contempt, which we already read the definition of contempt, or a deep repugnance for, right? So he didn't give a damn about he you know what I mean? He had repugnance for it, right? Almost like he hated it, right? Yeah, because that's what repugnance. Yeah, hate, right? He loathed it, distaste it, right? But now all of a sudden he wants it. He wants to kill you, put you in the ghettos, the vadios, the reservations, right? Wait, Esau selling his birthright. Get right here, Genesis 25 and 29, and see, it's Yaiquab, and then Sod, right? Because it goes into him. He was Sod, basically. Because I believe, because I was trying to go into this, and it's not coming up. Because I believe there was one part where I believe I did a lesson a while back ago, and it showed that the I don't know, they must have changed this, but it showed that the basically the lentils was half cooked. They wouldn't fully cooked, right? And that's basically what he ate. He ate uh, half cooked or wasn't fully cooked lentils. That's how supposedly how starving he was, right? But even then, if you just go into this, the sod
Strong's H 2102. Zud. Zud.
Yeah, it says
And
Zud.
the form just below that, Zed. Zed.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because it used to have a root word. I think they changed it because I believe this used to have a root word and it went into that sod meaning half cooked or not fully cooked. But that's, well, regardless, we'll just go with what we have here. It says to boil up. Cysts, whatever. Act proudly. Act what presumptuously. Act rebelliously. Right, and that's Esau 100%. Right, be arrogant, be rebelliously proud, and that's Esau, man, all day. And that's basically what he did in a nutshell, right? To sell your birthright is rebelliously proud, man, right? I'm still right here in Genesis 25 and 29. I'm gonna click on pottage.
Strong's H 5138. Nazid. Nazid.
Nazid. Boil, right? I'm saying boil food, soup, pottage, something sodden or boiled, right? Basically that's what Esau ate, the pottage and the and it gave you the definition of sodden, right? Which basically arrogant, proud, rebelliously proud, right? Which Esau is all day. Let's see what this gives me. Oh yeah, pretty much the same thing went into that. Yeah, proud, arrogant, rebelliously proud. Yep. Presumptuously. Right. Yeah, so I mean it used to, I know I'm pretty sure it went into that thing that it being basically half cooked, not cooked fully. I remember doing a lesson on that. But which is like this Fortune.com. So Europe, this is Davos conspiracy theory, which they always throw the theory thing onto something to make it. I guess if that's what makes things sound like it dumbs down or it makes it like, oh, you're one of those conspiracy. Hey, that's on you because conspiracies actually exist, right? It wouldn't be a word if it didn't exist in the world, right? Right? You don't have a word like conspiracy and then it don't exist, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't have a word like crime, but then there's no. You know what? There's no. I guess it's just crime theory, right? I guess it's a theory that you stole America and you murdered the natives and you enslaved so-called black people and you murdered the so-called Mexicans and stole all of California, Arizona, Texas. That's all a theory, right? You rape, robbed, and murdered. Oh, you know what? That's just a theory, right? Because that's ultimately what they're saying, as if there was nothing conspired in any of that, right? You know, most of these wars are banker wars. You think that the bankers didn't sit down and conspire, right? Right, to do something, but then there's this word. That's those conspiracy theories, right? But So Davos conspiracy theories such as global leaders facing the population to eat insects instead of meat, right? Because they're telling you that your meat, which according to their science, that the animals been around before us, right? So now the animals that so-called, according to their science, which we've been around about pretty much the same time, but according to the Bible, well, on the fifth day, the Lord created man, beast. He create all of it got created on the fifth day. But according to this man's scientists, the animals were made first, and the animals. But now all of a sudden, the animals are polluting the earth or whatever, right? So now you need to do something with the cows. So he said, hey, we want to do away with all the cows. So don't eat meat. Instead, eat insects instead of meat. Have hit the mainstream researchers say, right? And this is that do Klaus Schwab, right? Right. So yeah, fair use, right? Not getting any money from this. We just stating the obvious about the whole theory thing always bombed out of there. I mean, you do the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, no one. I don't know if anybody's falling for that. They're silly. Yeah, some of the world wealthiest, most influential figures gather. Right, that's a conspiracy in itself. But there's no such thing as conspiracy theory. When some of the world's most wealthiest and most influential figures gather, which that's conspiracy in itself. Where's the theory in that? At the World Economic Forum annual meeting last year. Well, I don't even want to read because that's a conspiracy last year. Right? I mean, that's a conspiracy right there. Climate change, all this other madness. Yeah, that they want to, scarcity of foods, the food system, all these different things that they're trying thing. And I was trying to find the one where he said um make sure you get your lentils, because that was like their a way of saying, you know because they're Esau. They know that they're Esau, right? Yeah, because that was like the thing that they do, because they know that they're Esau, and there was like a little jab at Jacob, right? At you Israelites, because of he sold his birthright. So it was like a little jab at it. Um, why he you know throw these things at you like this. He says, so this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. It says, "Behold," which means to look, victuals, right? Dealing with your food, your everyday, you're eating your food, your snacks, your things that you have, shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. So ultimately, they sell you all these these foods at a low price. They got all these different deals. Even with food costs and people complaining about groceries, people are still buying, fast food, right? Out to eat. They got the $5 meals everywhere you go now. So I mean, even though things is cheap, it kind of don't seem so bad, especially if you can get like a little $5 joint, little meal deal together. You can go to Quick Trip, go buy a pizza from there. Little Caesars, kind of a little bit cheaper, and You could do these different things, so it still seems, feasible. You're not going completely out of your mind because you're like, oh no, there's no food, right? Because things are going on in Babylon, right? Right? It says to be, yeah, to be in good case. They think themselves to be in good case. They think and that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, right? You got your World Economic Forums with multi-millionaire, trillionaire, billionaires meeting up at one place, talking about things that affect you on a day-to-day basis, which they have plenty of money. So you think they give a damn about what's happening to you, right? But they want to give you, oh, that's a conspiracy that he said eat insects and not meat instead of meat. Ha 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 ha! What a conspiracy theory, right? But when you got people with all that kind of money, they never been through a day without having, right? And even if you have, there's a thing called you forget you forget where you came from, right? So that's the madness they were trying to sell you with Kamala, so she could act like she didn't forget where she came from, but you did. You never came from that, man. You've always been wealthy, right? Even the say college, a lot of people don't get a chance to go to college, but while all these evils are growing upon the earth, the sword, the famine, right? That's really actually what's going on, and great confusion. That's what's actually happening on the planet Earth, right? While they're giving you a bunch of madness to vote for and think that everything is good, it says, and many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and that's what's actually coming. That's what's coming down the pipeline is famine. Famine you're gonna die by, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and that's ultimately what's coming, man. The race wars, um, you know, the race wars, the wars, and ultimately, hey, Yahweh Shai coming back during the World War III, and the time of nuclear uh um nuclear destruction, man, right? The time, oh, Karagma, right? And let's not forget the Karagma, right? Right, the mark of the beast, right? Whether you know it or not, let's not forget that has to happen. So these are things that's actually coming upon the earth, right? Yeah. So this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 6, and I'm going to do it in the NLT. It says, "But soon your captives will taunt them." Right. So ultimately, you're basically you're laborers. You're all slaves, starting with you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, because ultimately that's what we care about first and foremost, to get the to cast down um, strong imaginations, right? Cast down strongholds, imaginations that exalt themselves higher than the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So ultimately, we're trying to cast down those imaginations that you think everything is okay. That because you got these, things could be, seem to be so cheap and everything seem to be good. So you still looking towards the American dream, that white picket fence type thing, right? Hoping that this place will go on. But as things be revealed, right? It says, but their captives will taunt them, they will mock them, saying, what sorrows awaits you. Thieves, right? Hey, and that's what tells you what Job said. Job said that that people went after them as thieves. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick and then come back. Right? Yeah. So this is Job chapter 30, verse 1. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, right? And the reason why it's saying that they're younger, even though Esau was born first, it's saying that they're younger. It's their mentality, man. The mentality is like a child. The mentality that you would, like we were going into, the way they despised or scorned their birthright, right? With a pompous and disregard. That's how a child acts. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just, you could sell your birthright, but then look to still get your birthright. Not only a child would think that, but I didn't mean it when I said it. Well, you sold it to him. Well, I didn't mean it. He really is rightly called Jacob. He supplanted me these 2 times. Oh, is there one? You don't got one blessing, Father? Don't you got another blessing? Nah, man. No, okay. No, you got your blessing now. You're ruling the world, but now you're going down. Hey, see, but he that is younger, I have me. You don't want. You have us in derision right now. So you're doing your thing. Whose fathers I would have disdained to have sit with my dogs of my flocks, right? Yea, whereto might the strength of their hand profit me, right? Because we're not for their turn. They're not for our turn, and we're not for their turn. So where do them being rulers profit us? They don't profit us. They put us in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservation. They have to keep us low as possibly they can. Even though they put jakes in high places, those are jakes that they control, right? By many means, financial. They make them do all sorts of debauchery. You know what I mean? Things. To make them sell their soul, so to speak, right? In whom old age what was perished, right? Because hey, the time of your kingdom ruling, hey, it's gonna ultimately it's gonna perish, right? Because all these things are coming to an end, right? Just like it was back then, because that's what it says, for want and famished or faint, yeah, famished or faint, they were solitary, flee into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste. Might as well do it right now. Desolate and waste, who cut up the mallows by the bushes and the juniper roots for their meat. See, this is things that they had to do. So what they're doing is, and that's why he's telling you, hey, eat insects. He ate the lentils. I wish I could find that thing when he said you better eat lentils. So this is why he's saying eat lentils, eat bugs, because that's what they had to do, because they're upset, they're angry. And so they want you Israelites to feel everything, every bit of everything, the anger and the inner jealousy that they have. They want you to inflict such pain on you. That's why we had the worst slavery ever in history through these Edomites, through the self-proclaimed so-called white man. We had the worst slavery ever. It says, and they were driven. See, the reason why they got even driven up into the Caucasus Mountains, right? Because this ain't talking about when they were in Mount Seir. This is talking about after they left Mount Seir, out basically doing all sorts of different things amongst other people. And it says and they were driven from amongst men, right? Which when you go into the word human, because it should say human. Oh, what? Oh, it does right here. Oh, wait, on the other side it does human, because when you go into the word human, hue means color and man means man. So all the other people who actually had color, who had hue, right? They didn't like this guy because, right? It's gonna tell you why. It says so they are driven from human society, right? Which were all the other dark nations. And people shouted at them as if they were thieves, and they were thieves, just like they are today. Nothing's changed. That's their whole MO, right? But their whole thing is they had to go through all these different things. So now they feel like, hey, we know that the second, I believe they know that the second coming's coming, but I believe that they're hoping there's something about them that keeps them in doubt. Well, I don't know. Something keeps them in doubt. But they can see the chariots, they see things that's happening. They got these telescopes that can see way out there. So they know things are going on in in the outer space, in the in the other heavens way out there. They know things are happening there, that things are happening in this heaven on earth. And then even they can sense that their grip is slipping from them, right? That rulership. Because all these other nations, the Lord said, let the weak say I'm strong. So all these other nations are building up their nuclear capability. People are saying they don't want to deal with the American dollar anymore. So it's completely slipping, right? So it says, and that's what they're upset about. And this is, almost, well, what's happening right now. And they were driven from amongst men. They cried after them as after a thief, right? Because that's what they are. Yeah, so this is Job chapter 18, verse 17 says, all memory of his existence, which is talking about Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, will fade from the earth, right? So it says his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets, right? No one will remember their name, right? No one's going to remember Esau, Edom's name, right? And it ain't going to be like nobody, right? Because the elect will, because we're going to be teaching our kids about it in the kingdom. But you're going to be so insignificant, it's going to be like you never existed, right? Which, Obadiah 1:18, you won't, right? So it says, and he shall be driven from the light into darkness and chased out of the earth. See, and that's what ultimately what happened to you before, man. You got chased into the Caucasus Mountains, right? This was after you left Mount Seir, right? So we're not saying you never dwelt in Mount Seir, right? We know you came from Petra, but you went into the Caucasus Mountains, where you get the word Caucasian from, which basically means same thing. Basically mean you're a cave dweller. You was a cave dweller, right? So you're upset that all these things are coming upon you, but you caused it to yourself. Yeah, the scripture. This is Isaiah chapter 47, start at 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, for your days of sitting on a throne is ended, right? On that one, it says, come sit on the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thus shall no more be called tender and delicate, right? Right? This one says, neither again will you be called a lovely princess, tender and delicate. See? Hey, no more. Right? It says, take the millstone, grind the mill, right? So you a lot of like you said, you got a lot of so-called the preppers, right? You got these the doomsday preppers, and even Esau, he's taking a lot of the food, because that's ultimately what he's doing. Why he's telling you can't have meat and you should eat insects. He's taking the animals, and he's taking them down to the you know down into the underground world that he lives in, or um you know into their bunkers, you know so they can have it, right? But so but things are really starting to take place. So it says, take the heavy millstone and grind flour. See, right? Dealing with your food. Remove your veil and strip off your robe. Expose yourself to public view, right? And that's ultimately what's happening, man. The things that's happening, right? Like that thing of Charles or Klaus Schwab, or the people, whoever said it, right? So they said it was being uh it was streaming amongst Twitter, and these different things, and you know uh the agendas of the elites always somehow leaks out, whether if it's their own people or something happens, right? Because they don't have that the Lord's pulling off the veil, right? Like I just said, the Lord's showing who this devil really is, right? He says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. See, I will take vengeance, and that's ultimately what the Lord is doing. He's coming against you, man. It's going to vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, right? The Lord said, you will be naked. Yeah, you're gonna be naked, right? The Lord will not meet you as a man. I will take vengeance against you without pity. Yeah, the Lord ain't gonna have any pity on you, right? Yeah, they want them. They want to cut that part off. I will not meet thee as a man, hey, because the Lord's coming with that angelic power, man. He's coming. He's coming as an angelic being. Yeah, you don't want to mention that on that one, huh? As for our Redeemer, Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakadash, of hosts, right? Which means armies. Yep, they got that right. Which means armies, is his name, the Holy One of Israel, right? And it says, sit thus silent, get thee in what? In darkness. See? And that's what's happening to America, Babylon the Great. It's getting and getting put into darkness of the Chaldeans, right? Because all this witchcraft and all this BS. Oh, that's all conspiracy theory, all this BS. People, you can see behind that. Obviously, you got all these wealthy people meeting for your World Economic Forum, and what is that in itself? That in itself is conspiracy, right? And there's no theory behind it, right? We know that that's exactly what that is, right? Whether you're there for really truly for someone's benefit, which we know you're not. You're there for your benefit, but not for other people's benefit, right? Whether if it's good or bad, that's a conspiracy in itself. The throwing theory, like, oh my God, like I don't know, that's crazy, but yeah. Says, but you can get it. Sit the silent and get thee in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thus shall no more be called tender. Just shall be no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, right? And you get in darkness. Sit now in darkness and silence. Never again will you be known as a queen of kingdoms. See, you're gonna be in darkness real soon, right? And get back here. It says, but soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, right? Because everything's you're being uncovered. Your locks is being uncovered. Your thigh is being seen, which we're realizing the ugliness to you, right? Because America normally it looks beautiful from aspect of way it used to be, right? But we found out all the ugly that you've done to get to where you at, and then you're willing to do some more ugly to try to hold on to it, and you're willing to even cast away your own parts, your other white counterparts, so they ain't gonna like that, right? So it says, what sorrow awaits you thieves? See, you're gonna be chased out the earth like thieves, because that's what you've been doing. You've been thieving, man. You thieves. Now you will get what you deserve, right? Well, not yet, not quite yet, right? When we come and get you out them bunkers and slap them chains on you, that's when you're gonna get what you deserve. But it just definitely is a what they call it, earmark to what's coming to you, right? Because it's showing you that you're not gonna rule. You're not gonna rule forever, right? You've become rich by extortion, right? And that's ultimately what they have been doing. That's how they got rich, by extortion. But how much longer can this go on, right? Because that's ultimately what they're doing, and it's by extortion. Suddenly, your debtors will take, right? Because that's ultimately what they're doing. They're putting everybody in debt, right? That's ultimately what this is. This whole country's bet on credit and debt. Matter of fact, let's go into this so you know. Because right there it said clay, but the clay, right, in the Hebrew, it's abat yat, and it means weight or pledge, right? Which a pledge is like the same thing you do when he's pawn goods, like a pawn shop. Like you go take something to the pawn shop so you can get some money. You basically still put yourself in debt. in order to get whatever you had of value, to get it back, you got to go pay some money back to get it back. So either way it go, you're putting yourself in a deeper hole, and that's what this whole thing is, right? And it says, yeah, heavy debt, right? Let's see what this goes into. Pledge, giving a pledge for a debt, right? Giving a for a debt, and that's ultimately what this country is about. This whole thing basically puts oh my bad puts people in debt. Okay, yeah, now I got it. Okay, yeah, this whole thing basically, because that's what the clay mean, a batyat, which is debt, and it says suddenly your debtors, right? Because that's what you are, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, but really the people of all over the world. They have put everybody in debt. So these contentions and things that's gonna happen. It's not just gonna be in America. It's gonna be all around the world, because this is what their leaders and this is what they have taught them through the elite when they have those world conferences that which all of them used to go to, but now all of a sudden they have their BRICS. But you think they're talking about something different in the BRICS meeting that they didn't talk about when they were in the G20 and the G7 meetings? Now that now they're part of the BRICS, you think they're talking about something different? That you think they're conspiring something different, right? But it's just a theory, right? Okay, right? Surely suddenly their debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless. Which we're not going to take all. They're not going to take all you have, because you're going to already take everything. So that's false. But the debtors that will do that, right here, when you go into this one right here, it says shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, right? Which is talking about all you useless eaters, as they call you, right? And awake and shall vex thee, right? So all these things ain't gonna go as they plan. So it's gonna get vexed. They're gonna get vexed, right? And as it's not going the way they planned, they're gonna come down with great wrath, knowing that they have but a short time trying to hold on to, their kingdom. Thus shall be for booty unto them, and the them is really the elect. You're gonna be for booty meaning money, right? You're gonna be slaves. You're the one who's gonna end up being a slave. That's for the elect. That's not for these rest of these peons, man. That's only for the elect. You're gonna be a slave to the elect. You're gonna be booty, which means money. We're gonna trade you. You're gonna be on the open market, right? So this is Job chapter 12, verse 5. The triumphant. I was triumphing. Oh, this one did say just triumph. The triumph, but this is the triumphing. Triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So the triumph of the wicked has been short lived, right? Woo. And the joy of the godless has been only temporary. See, and that's ultimately that's them. Esau, Edom, right? You're godless, and your rulership is going to be short lived, right? Just skip down real quick, because it's ultimately what it is, it says in the fullness, right? Because hey, it's gonna seem like you're gonna have everything all together. All these people are gonna get the karama. They're gonna be falling in line. Most of these people are gonna already be dropped dead or on their way dying, right? Still starving of hunger. You ain't giving a damn. You're gonna be doing your own thing. You're gonna be happy. Everything's gonna be just the way you figured it would go, right? But in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. See, so everything ain't gonna go completely the way you, but it's gonna seem like it is, like just for a moment. But something's just gonna click, man. The people are gonna trip out. Things are gonna go not. Your AI may just because you spoke of that. Esau spoke of that the AI may get so smart that it just has it has a mind of it. They won't be able to control it. So you're gonna have a bunch of different things happening. You got the chariots, you got the angels, you got a bunch of things. You got wild beasts. You got newly never seen before beasts, newly created things. It's gonna be a crazy day, right? A day like none other, as it says in Daniel's. So and when you have a thing like that, there's no way you control it all. But it's gonna seem like you're gonna have everything in control. Not to mention the Lord said that He's gonna put a evil thought in the mind of the king of Magog, right? The Gog of Magog, right? Right? Which not just him, it's gonna be all the kings, all the other people to shoot missiles upon America. Right? Because everybody's playing this Freemason Illuminati game. They're all the secret society and all you guys are buddies. But the Lord's gonna put a thought that all that's gonna go out the window. And he shall be in straits, right? Which is a place of difficulty, right? And it says right here, it says, and in the midst of plenty, plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome with miseries. Ooh, wow. Right? Will be overcome with miseries. It says every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, right? So when you go into that wicked, that's you people that's you debtors, you people that's in debt, right? That these people have gotten by, what did it say? They go basically, yeah, they got it by fraud, basically. They got it by fraud. Ultimately, it says yeah, laborers, right? Because that's what it is. The laborers, right? The people who work is the ones that they put in debt. You labor sufferers, right? They put you in wretched ones, right? You're the ones who are workmen, right? So you're the ones that's what toiling. You're the ones who going through all the different things, but they're the ones who's putting you in debt. So you that one that's the debtors, right? That's you. You're the debtors that's going into all those things. It's gonna just wow out, go crazy, and find out the truth about this place, man. Right? And then of course, ultimately, Yahweh Shai's coming back too, So and Michael, right? So don't forget Michael, and he is able to fill and when he is about to fill his belly, so when everything is about to seem like it's going to go just right for you, the fury of his wrath, which is talking about the Most High, Yahweh Basham Shai, through his son Yahweh Shai, is actually coming to a wreck shop, man, and to save the elect, right? And the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, while everything is going good. May the power, the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, give them a belly full of trouble, right? That's not necessarily what it's saying. But hey, ultimately that's what's going to happen. It's going to look like everything's going to go right. Everything's going exactly the way you planned, and instead of what you were looking for, what you were loaning for, it's going to be a bunch of trouble, right? Because it ain't just Jacob's trouble. It's going to be everybody's trouble, even you elite. May God rain down his anger upon them, through Yahweh Shai, and that's what he's going to do. Through Yahweh Shai, you're gonna know the anger of the Most High through Yahweh Shai, right? Yeah. So this is James 5:3. It says, "Your gold and silver have become worthless. The very wealth you are counting on while eating will eat away your flesh," right? Which really is going into what the ultimately the system that they got is gonna fail, right? Right. People are gonna notice they're gonna get these grievous sores, right? They're gonna pus and stuff are gonna be oozing from the charagma. People are gonna be going crazy, man. It's gonna seem good until till something else is gonna happen. That's what I'm thinking. Something's gonna happen. People are gonna flip out about this pus and stuff coming out the charagma. You know what I mean? And and even before that, like there's gonna be things that's just gonna happen that you're not gonna have control over. And and ultimately, what the missiles are gonna eat you up, man. The fire from the ICBM missiles are gonna eat this, your kingdom away, man. You're never gonna rule ever again. It's gonna be it says yeah, count shall eat your flesh like fire, which is talking about the missiles ultimately, the ICBM missiles, this whole World War III thing that's gonna be very real. Tree sure Trin sure you have treasures. Yeah, this treasures this treasure you have accumulated will stand as if invin, evidence like against you on the day of judgment, right? Yeah, so basically, yeah, you heaped up treasures for the last days, right? And that's ultimately what's coming. Yahweh Shai is coming, right? The ICBM missiles, World War III, right? Which is ultimately the end, the destruction of Babylon the Great. It says, listen, for listening, hear the cries, right? Behold, which means to look, really. The higher, right? The hire of the laborers, right? Which you debtors, right? What we read earlier about you debtors, right? You wicked, right? Because that's what it is. You wicked, with you laborers who, right? Who have reaped down your fields, which say, which reap down your field, which is kept, which of you kept back by fraud, right? See, ultimately that's what it is. And it says, listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated from their pay. The wages you held back cries out against you. The cries of those who harvest your fields have reached unto the ears of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, heaven's armies, right? Yeah, see, the Lord's coming for destruction, man. The Lord's coming for judgment. The Lord's coming for war, man. And the army, starting with Yahweh Shai and Michael, is coming to bring that damage, man. Right? Which you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which reapeth or enter into the ears of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, of host, which means or Sabaoth, which ultimately means armies, man. So with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakal Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. And the Bible ball.